so I've always been kind of aware of what's happening in the technology, but I was working with nonprofits, which were really behind the curve. And it really wasn't until I saw an ad on late night television. It was a cable TV ad, and it said, "Do you want to get rich?" And I'm like, okay, what's this all about? And it was Hex.com. And I saw it. I'm like, you know what? So I threw $600 into Hex 2 days before big payday. And every day I'd come home to the house and have dinner with the family. And I'd tell my wife, hey, you know that $600, it's now $1,200. She's like, oh, that's great. She's like, that's not real money. And I'm like, well, and then every day I'd come home and it was like, it's 5,000, it's 7,500, it's 10 grand, it's 12 grand, it's 15 grand. And she's like, that's not real money every single time. And I said to her, all right, fine. So my daughter was turning 16 and I sold and bought her a car. And so it proved to my wife, and that was a big thing. Like she had to like it's real money. See, it actually does things. And so, that was my introduction really to, something pretty amazing. And that got me into the community, and I started watching Hexo and RG3 and all these people in the community. And I just, it was really the community of regular people. That's what I liked about the Hex community. Was it wasn't a bunch of posers. These are real people with real problems. People are facing addiction and challenges in their lives. And I'm like, I can relate to this group of people. And then I started going to events and started a channel, and it's been awesome. It really has been.
Yeah, that's really awesome. That actually reminds me of, there was a guy that lost his Bitcoin in the garbage, actually. And then he had to get the city ordinances to allow him to dig in the landfill and everything. And I still don't think he's been able to find his.
He found it. So he found it, and it ended up being Bitcoin Cash. And he was he had spent so much money that the value of it didn't even cover the cost. So it wasn't actually Bitcoin when they found it. Isn't that funny?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Wow. All that for nothing. So he ended up losing money after he was done. Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. He thought he had a lot more than he did.
Yeah. Bitcoin Cash now is, I think it's like $140, $130.
Yeah. And he thought it was like 69,000.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's he has a lot of opportunity to do it himself. Even the first time I heard that, I was like, don't feel bad, because Bitcoin is only going to continue to increase in value as time goes on. So it's not like he's too late. So
no. And if you look at, what's happened really in the last 3 to 4 days, I mean, this is a big shift because of the lack of confidence in the Federal Reserve System and fractional reserve banking. Now we've got, we're seeing all these people go into Bitcoin and crypto as a store of value. And I see things have really, really shifted here recently with all these bank failures.
Yeah, it's actually getting ridiculous. There was another bank that failed today, or is on the verge of failing. And I think that's part of the reason why you would think that it's a risk-on asset, that's a risky asset, but people are starting to believe in the power of Bitcoin, especially during the bear market, where it's actual crypto people that's into Bitcoin now. So people are pulling their money out and they're putting into a more stable asset of Bitcoin.
Yeah, and I think that, when I was younger, it was gold, right? Everybody go into gold to hedge themselves. And of course, generationally, it's a lot easier to deal with Bitcoin than obviously physical gold. And so, you see a lot of institutions, you see a lot of governments, realizing, hey, and I think that was driven also by the war between Russia and Ukraine as well. You saw a lot kick that way because of the sanctions. So yeah, everything's changing in the world. You got the BRICS nations who are forming together, pushing against this kind of dollar-dominated system. And I think we're going to end up seeing, this is the fall of the Western civilization, in my opinion. And we're going to see a lot of fallout from this as the dollar declines and people seek alternatives.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point. You brought up the BRICS, which is, if people don't know, that's Brazil, Russia, India, and China. They're coming out with their own type of currency. They're doing stuff. Many people are saying they're going to come out with a digital dollar version of their BRICS in addition to, the paper currency. When do you think that's going to come out? If it's going to come out, will the great power of America and its omnipotent military allow this to happen, or does America not really have the power to
yeah, it's interesting is you think about, everything in the past has been denominated in dollars, all the debt, and the world is so interconnected now, and economies are so interconnected that, I think what we're going to see is what happened with sanctions, right? We saw the ruble fall tremendously when the war broke out. All these sanctions were put on, and then it went right back up. And we see, all right, people are doing business outside of the dollar for energy, for all these things. And of course, more and more is going into crypto. It's, I think the BRICS nations, we're forcing this into it. We're forcing them into this because of the incentive that they have. I mean, the biggest threat to the world is the forever wars and the business of war from really an imperial America. And, I think all my life I thought, we're the good guys, right? We're the good guys. And I think when you see people saying, hey, they've been pretty clear. And I think it's illustrated probably the best with the warning since 2014 from Russia, to NATO. And so, yeah, I think it's inevitable. When it comes, I think they're building, or they have built, an alternative to the SWIFT system. And we see other countries that are coming in to use their version of transaction. But I think the natural progression is, get some sort of digital version, or, just start trading in Bitcoin or Ethereum. I'm not as up to speed as I should be probably on what BRICS is actually doing. But I mean, there was news today that the alliances are growing stronger and stronger because they see this threat. And, I think a lot of it's driven by just almost the insanity that they see in U.S. policy. I mean, the woke culture, all this stuff. They're just like, you guys are corroding from within. And it's like, we're not going to be on this ship as it sinks. We need to have an alternative. So we're not doing ourselves any favors.